Relax now. Let your body settle into the bed. Feel the weight of your limbs grow heavier. Let the air around you soften, the cares of the day drifting away like distant mist. Close your eyes when you're ready and listen only to my voice and the gentle echoes of the tea shop at dusk. Our story tonight begins in the heart of a fog-kissed city street, where twilight's hush has settled over cobblestones and gas lamps glow like fireflies. How a Victorian tea shop served dreams at dusk, tucked between narrow alleys and curling wisps of mist. There stands a little tea shop, quiet and almost invisible, except by the faint curl of steam from its windows. As the day cools and the sun's last warm-sized fade, the tea shop's lanterns blink on, casting amber halos against damp brick. You can almost hear the slow drip of wax in the lamps, the gentle clink of porcelain, and a soft rustle as curtains budge with a gentle breeze. Inside, the air smells of herbs, steeping lavender, rose petals, and lemon balm among them. No sign on the door, no menu displayed. This place is a secret sanctuary. The proprietor, a calm figure with gentle hands, moves behind a small counter of carved oak. Each evening, she blends a few special tisane's herbal infusions, once used in the Victorian era to soothe nervous hearts and quiet restless minds. Her lavender rose brew is delicate and pale. A cup produces a whisper of calm. Another pot, heavier with lemon balm, glows softly in your imagination, a liquid lullaby. She stirs her blend with a silver spoon, and the steam drifts upward in slow, curling ribbons like soft sighs in the dusk air. As you imagine that steam drifting up, feel your own breath following hail, slowly, gently, drawing in calm. Exhale, releasing lingering tension. Outside, beyond the windows, the city grows still. Horse-drawn hansom cabs clatter far off, echoing through the fog. Faint footsteps stroll past, and a distant church bell tolls once, softly, measuring the time. Within, the tea shop is warm, quiet, and private, an oasis from the hush of evening. You sit at a small table by the window, the surface polished dark wood, reflecting lamp glow like pools of honey. A cup is placed before you. The porcelain is cool at first, then warms with the herbal infusion. You lift it, bring it close, feel its gentle heat, brush your fingers, smell the soft notes of lavender and rose, the faint brightness of lemon balm. Taste a sip, it's gentle, smooth, a slow unfolding in your senses. As the tea fills you, let your shoulders uncoil, your jaw softens. Let your eyelids grow heavier. Let your thoughts drift, like leaves carried on a slow stream. Around you, other patrons sit quietly, perhaps an artist sketching by candlelight, perhaps a scholar quietly reading, perhaps a traveler resting. None speak, but each drinks from their cup of private infusion. Each attends to their own calm. The tea shop's walls are lined with shelves of unmarked jars, dried petals, roots. The proprietor draws from them as though reading a map of dreams. In the Victorian age, such tisanes were often given to ease nerves, especially to soothe those with fragile dispositions. Or after long days of tension in smoky streets and gaslit parlors. Even physicians sometimes recommended mild herbal infusions instead of stronger medicine, trusting in the whisper of nature to heal. Now, in the quiet of this twilight hour, that ancient wisdom echoes. The heat from your cup seeps through, warming your chest and limbs. The steam rises, and in your mind's eye, you see its tendrils drift upward, winding into the air between you and the lamp above. The lamp's soft glow glimmers through the steam, like dawn light behind veils. Let your mind float on that steam, drifting upward. Imagine you are that tendril of vapor, rising, swirling, weightless. Feel your tension evaporate behind you. Every breath carries you higher, lighter, as the tea shop clocks soft, gentle tick marks, moments of calm. The proprietor moves among tables, replenishing cups, pouring new blends, clearing fallen petals, and smoothing tablecloths. Her hands move slowly, deliberately, no hurry here. Each motion is soft, each sound muted, each gesture a caress. Beyond the windows, the fog deepens, the city's edges fade. The glowing lanterns look like distant stars, and the cobbles glisten with mist. In the hush, you feel held, protected. The tea shop is your haven. And as night deepens, the proprietor dims the gas lamp slightly, leaving just enough glow to see gentle shapes, the curve of a teacup, the arc of a spoon, the mellow shine of a brass kettle. Now, you feel your own heartbeat slow, settle. Your mind grows quieter, your eyes feel heavy behind closed lids. Your breath is gentle, regular. You are drifting. In a moment, you'll sink deeper. The story may fade, but the quiet, the calm, the scent of lavender and rose will linger in your dreams. If these quiet tales are helping you drift off, a gentle like or a silent subscribe would mean the world. It helps this sleepy corner of the internet reach others who need a little calm too. I always wonder, where in the world are you listening from right now? If you're still awake, leave a whisper of a comment, maybe your city and the time on your clock. It's a beautiful thing, this quiet little global gathering, all connected through stories and stillness. Now, let's set the mood, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and get comfortable. Settle in just a little deeper now. Let the warmth of the tea linger in your chest. Let your breathing soften. The fog outside thickens, blanketing the city in silence, like wool being drawn gently across cobblestones. The only sound within the little Victorian tea shop is the occasional clink of porcelain, the low hum of the kettle on the hearth, and the quietest rustle of the wind slipping under the door like a curious guest. The proprietor, her name is not spoken, and perhaps it doesn't need to biglides from table to table. Her soft slippers making no more sound than a whisper on worn wood. She carries a tray of tiny jars, each filled with something rare, something forgotten. Tiny dried violets, slivers of ginger, fragments of cinnamon bark older than memory itself. Each blend she makes is different, and none are ever repeated. You glance to the side and see a journal open on a small desk near the counter. Its pages are full notes in careful ink, a record of every tisane she's served, but each recipe appears only once. It's as if she crafts them for the soul more than the body, for moods, for memories, for dreams. Tonight, yours was a mixture drawn from a jar labeled Evening Calm. She chose it without asking. She always knows. There's something ancient in her quiet knowing. Another sip. The warmth floods your chest, again gentle, mellow, golden. The blend is calming the places in you didn't know were tight. You feel your fingers resting, loose. Your shoulders are heavy in the most welcome way. Your eyelids flutter like candle flames in a breeze. Outside the window, the fog swirls around a street lamp. It dances lazily, as though the night itself were in no hurry to fall asleep. The fire crackles once, low and kind, not loud, not sharp, just enough to remind you there is warmth behind you. You picture it clearly, the brick hearth, the copper kettle on its trivet, the shadows the flames make as they dance across the ceiling. Even the shadows move slowly here. Everything does. Now, listen closely. You begin to notice something about this place, something not quite of the ordinary world. It's in the way time seems to breathe here. No clock ticks loudly. There is no sense of urgency, no reminder of where you must be tomorrow. The tea shop has slipped slightly subtly out of the current of time. It floats gently, like a leaf on still water, and you are floating with it. Your cup is nearly empty now. You do not remember drinking all of it, but the comfort it offered still blooms in your limbs. You look down and see a single lavender bud at the bottom of the porcelana, soft, faded, purple resting, like a tiny star. The proprietor passes again. Her fingers, long and thin, rest briefly on the edge of your table. Just a touch, a reassurance, a silent, "You're safe here." She continues on. Somewhere behind the counter, she opens a drawer, and you hear the delicate rattle of dried rose hips. The scent comes next, faint but lovely, filling the air with memory. Rose was often used in the Victorian era to symbolize remembrance, and as she sprinkles a few petals into a waiting teapot, it's as if the room itself remembers something old, something peaceful. You begin to imagine the people who once passed through this very space. A weary painter from Whitechapel, a widowed botanist from Yorkshire, a midwife who needed 1 hour of quiet before returning to a house full of infants. Each came to this tea shop, and each left lighter, clearer, more whole than when they entered. The floor beneath you creaks, slightly, not in protest, but in welcome. The wood is old, warm, smooth, from thousands of footsteps. Everything in this space is gentle. Even time, even silence, even memory. You lean back slightly in your chair. The cushions are velvet worn, but soft. Your body relaxes even further. You're breathing deeper now, as if you are sinking into the very story itself. Listen closely once more. The proprietor is humming, softly, a song with no words. A melody you don't know, but somehow remember. It's not meant to be heard with the ears alone, but with the part of you that dreams. And just like that, the world outside falls away a little more. The city beyond the fog seems distant now, like a dream you woke from hours ago. Now it is just you and the cup before you and the soft lamp overhead and the lullaby of steam curling into the hush of the evening. Nothing is rushed here. The blend of herbs within you begins its work, not like a potion, not like a spell, but like a tide going out slowly, sure, drawing away all the day's noise, pulling stress from your muscles, worry from your chest, replacing it with stillness. You feel your breath rise and fall, like waves lapping at the edge of a quiet shore. The proprietor's humming fades, but the comfort it leaves behind remains. You look once more at the window. The mist outside has thickened into clouds. You can see nothing beyond it now, except the soft amber glow of the lamp, glowing like a full moon caught in fog. It does not feel lonely. It feels like the whole world has exhaled and gone quiet. There is nothing more to do tonight, no place to go, no time to measure, just the warmth in your chest, just the weight in your limbs, just the whisper of sleep drawing nearer with every breath. You are safe, you are home, you are already dreaming. Sink even deeper now. Let your breath slow just a bit more. Let your body soften like cloth warmed in the sun. You've had your tea, the lights are low, The hush of evening wraps gently around your shoulders like a shawl of quiet. Let us return to the story. The proprietor still quiet, still steady steps behind the counter again. Placing her blending spoon into a bowl of water, the sound so soft it's barely more than a sigh. She looks to the corner of the room where an old grandfather clock rests, its face lit by a single flickering lamp. The hands are still moving, but very slowly, as if even time itself feels sleepy here. You remember now Victorians believed in something called sleep hygiene, though they never called it that. They believed in winding down with herbal teas, in dimming lamps, long before bed, in avoiding excitement after sundown. Some swore by lavender tucked into pillowcases, others by warm milk or rosewater behind the ears. But this tea shop is all of those things at once. A recipe, not written down, but felt, sensed, poured out with kindness, and stirred with intention. The chair you sit in cradles your weight, as though it were made to fit you. The world outside is still wrapped in a fog that muffles sound and bends light. In this small glowing haven, the air is steady, warm, and full of the scent of memory. You look up at a shelf nearby lined with tiny teacups, no two alike. Some are chipped, others hand-painted with delicate bluebells or faded violets. Each cup has been held by someone who needed rest. Each one once held a different blend served at just the right moment. On the wall hangs a picture, a faded sketch of the same tea shop, but older. The fog in the drawing looks almost alive, curling around doorways and lampposts, much as it does tonight. And if you look closely, the shadowy figure of the proprietor is there too, just barely. Her hands holding a cup, her eyes are quiet and knowing. Perhaps she's been here longer than a lifetime. Perhaps she came with the fog. Perhaps the tea shop itself is a dream one you're having now. It doesn't matter. It feels real, and it feels right. Another cup is brought to your table, this time without a word, only a soft nod. The steam curls up again, slow and graceful, and as you breathe in, you catch a new note, chamomile, a hint of honey. Maybe something even softer, like apple blossom or oat straw. This blend is gentler than the last. It's meant not to wake the mind, but to hush it, to guide it down, down, down. As you sip again, your thoughts begin to slow. Not stop, just slow, like footsteps in fresh snow. Each thought softens around the edges. Each breath deepens. Each muscle loosens like silk unspooling. The tea shop clock chimes once, a low, warm tone. Not a warning of passing time, but a reminder that you are here, that you are held, that the world outside can wait. You look around again. The artist is gone, so is the scholar, so is the traveler. Only you remain, and the proprietor, and perhaps the memory of those who once sat here, long ago, in this same gentle hush. And suddenly, you feel as though you've always known this place, as if you've been here before, in another life, in another dream. You remember just, for a second, a rainy night, a thick cloak, the sound of boots on cobblestones, a hand on a doorknob, and this same warm glow greeting you through the glass. Yes, you've been here before, and you'll come again, because this isn't just a tea shop, it's a threshold between day and night, between waking and dreaming, between the world that demands and the world that gives. And tonight, the tea shop has given you peace. The candle on your table burns lower now. Its flame is small, steady. Its light dances in your empty teacup. The scent of herbs still lingers faintly, lavender, rose, lemon balm, and now chamomile. You close your eyes. Behind your lids, the world is still glowing, soft fog, lamplight, steam drifting upward. A woman's quiet humming, and your breath is always your breath, slow and steady, like waves on shore. This moment will not rush, it will not vanish, it will hold as long as you need it. Because here in this quiet little Victorian tea shop, dreams are served at dusk, and the night is just beginning to pour you a second cup. Let yourself drift even deeper. Now you are safe, warm, and wrapped in the hush of soft steam and falling night. The tea shop still waits for you, candlelight flickering, hearth glowing faintly red behind you, and the cup before you still warm. We continue now, right where we left off. Your head rests gently against the high back of the chair. The velvet is soft behind you. Your breath is slower. Now you notice how it matches the rise and fall of the mist outside. Inhale, and the lamp flickers brighter. Exhale, and the fog draws closer to the window, like an old friend. Somewhere in the far corner, a small record player begins to hum. A needle touches down with a delicate tick, and soft strings begin to play. A melody from another time waltz, like swaying, the sort of song played in Victorian parlors when evening company arrived in gloves and lace. But here, it's not for dancing. It's for remembering, for resting. The tea shop feels older with each moment, as if the past folds in here like layers of silk thin, light, and endless. You could peel them back and find an older version of this very night. This same tea, this same chair, centuries before you were born, and somehow you would still be welcome, still expected. The scent in the air shifts again. You catch a trace of bergamot now, something citrusy perhaps, from a pot of Earl Grey steeping quietly on another table. Victorians loved bergamot. It was a symbol of elegance, of refined calm, a tea for poets and letter writers. You smile at the thought of a crumpled love note left on this very table, a half-finished verse, a teardrop on the rim of a cup. The proprietor moves again, her soft shoes making the floorboards sigh. She dims another lamp, then another. Each one leaves behind a little glow, a little shadow. The tea shop becomes more intimate, like a dream that only you are being allowed to see. In the far wall, there's a cabinet with little drawers. Each drawer is labeled in hand-inked calligraphy. Quiet thoughts, rainy days, second sleep, waking dreams. She opens one and pulls out a small bundle of dried herbs, blue cornflower, chamomile, and just a breath of valerian root. This blend is not served in cups. It's placed in a little sachet tied with silk thread and offered to guests for their pillowcases. A sleep blend not to drink, but to rest beside. You watch as she slips one quietly onto the table beside you, as if she already knew you'd be staying until your dreams called you home. Now listen again. Outside, the rain has started. Not loud, just soft, intermittent taps against the glass. Rain and fog together. This is the kind of night where even the stars close their eyes. A small clock near the tea counter strikes softly. You glance toward it, not out of concern for the time, but simply to mark the rhythm of rest. The hands on its face barely move. Time, here, is not something that chases you. It flows, like the tea warm, unhurried, forgiving. You feel your limbs grow heavier now. Your fingers are still. Your shoulders are weightless. And your mind is floating somewhere just above the table, like steam, soft, rising, drifting. There are no hard thoughts here, no sharp corners, only rounded edges, soft textures, warm silence. Let your breath carry you further in inhale. Feel the scent of rose linger like a memory. Exhale. Let your thoughts trail behind like silk ribbons in the wind. The proprietor sits now across the room in a chair by the fire. She opens a small book, its pages yellowed and full of pressed flowers. She reads silently, lips barely moving, a finger tracing down the page. She turns it, slowly, reverently. Perhaps it's a book of old recipes, perhaps it's a diary, or perhaps it's a book that writes itself anew each night, recording the dreams of those who visit this shop and drift gently into sleep. You wonder if your dream will be written there tonight. A small paragraph beneath a page, pressed with lavender, something like September fog. Guest number 7, calmed by lemon balm, slept after the second cup. Dreamed of fields without fences, and wouldn't that be lovely? To dream of fields without fences, of skies without time, of a world soft as tea steam. Your body now is barely there, just a suggestion. Your presence, your breath, your stillness, that is all. You are more feeling than form, more quiet than shape. And the tea shop continues around you, like a clock that ticks only when needed. The room dims further. Just a single lamp burns, now, near the hearth. Its flame is steady, not flickering, as though it understands that this, now, is a sacred hour. The hour just before dreams become real. The proprietor closes her book, and for the first time, speaks, not loudly, not clearly, but softly, like the sound of a page turning itself. She says, "Sleep is not the end of the day. It is the quiet garden behind it, and you are safe inside its gate." The words settle in the air like dust in sunlight. You carry them with you as you finally close your eyes, fully comfortably, without effort. Without question, there is no ending here. Only pause, only peace. Only dreams are steeping, slowly, in the warmth you carry inside. Now, just soften a little more. Let every breath be slower than the last. You not rushing toward sleep, you refloating gently into it, like a feather on still water, like fog curling around an old stone gate. Let's return to our little tea shop. Just as the last lamp still flickers and the hush has become so complete, even the air hums in whispers. The fire in the hearth has dimmed to embers now, glowing faintly like sleepy stars tucked beneath the grate. They crackle softly, no flames, no blaze, just the warm, pulsing rhythm of heat letting go, as if even the fire is drifting into rest. You shift slightly in your chair, not out of discomfort, but the way a leaf might float sideways in a stream, natural, easy, effortless. The scent of the sachet beside you has changed ever so slightly. The heat from your hand, the weight of the quiet, has brought it to life. Hints of earth and honey, blue flowers and sleep herbs. You lean toward it, just slightly, and breathe in. Inhale, like drawing in a dream. Exhale, like letting go of anything you forgot you were holding. And now the proprietor stands again, slowly, gracefully. She moves as though the floor remembers her steps before she takes them. She approaches your table one last time tonight. Her voice, when it comes again, is like the edge of a page turning in a leather-bound book. "If you leave this cup unfinished," she says, "the dreams you don't drink tonight will wait for you. Dreams keep, like rose hips in jars." Then she smiles, not a wide smile, not a loud one, just enough to warm the shadows. She places a slip of paper beside your saucer. You glance at it, eyes still half dreaming. There's no charge, no name, no words, only a single pressed flower, lavender, soft and dry, but still vibrant. A gift, or perhaps a memory. Some say the Victorians used to tuck pressed flowers into letters and books, not just for beauty, but to send messages, spoken, encoded, whispered, between petals. This one speaks in silence. It says, "You are welcome, you are remembered, you may return whenever you wish." You close your eyes again, just for a moment, but the moment stretches like fog across cobblestones. Like sleep across consciousness outside, the rain continues its rhythm, steady and patient, not urgent, just a present, like a lullaby for rooftops. The candle beside you burns lower, its wax soft and slow. The tea in your cup is no longer warm, but it doesn't matter. The warmth is within you, no beneath your ribs, behind your eyelids, in the curve of your breath. You are no longer just in the tea shop. You are part of it. Your breath is the steam from the kettle. Your heartbeat, the tick of the slow clock. Your thoughts, the curls of fog outside the window. A quiet sound, somewhere behind the counter. The proprietor has begun washing the teacups. Porcelain meets porcelain with the softest clink, each one placed gently into warm water, then lifted, dried, wrapped in soft cloth, and put away. Not hurried, not mechanical, ritual. This is how the night ends in the tea shop, with care, with quiet hands, with gratitude. And you, dear dreamer, you are the last cup washed and wrapped, the last page turned, the last hush before deep healing sleep. You wonder just briefly what dreams the other visitors are having now. The scholar perhaps dreamed of a library without walls. The artist perhaps drawing constellations in ink across a sky that has no ceiling. The traveler perhaps walked through a land where no road leads back, but all lead onward. And you, your dream is just beginning. Still steeping, still warm. You rise from your chair, only in your mind now. The body stays still, heavy, rested, held, but your mind drifts toward the tea shop door, where the mist still waits. You place your hand on the handle, but you don't need to open it. The fog slips inside to meet you. It curls around your ankles, climbs to your shoulders, and with a long, sweet sigh, you are carried into sleep. You may feel now as though you're floating between one world and the next, still aware, but slowly fading, still here, but almost there, so let yourself rest. The tea shop will always be here, tucked between time and dream, between the street lamp and the shadow, between wakefulness and wonder, where dreams are served at dusk, and night never comes too fast. Let the outside world drift even further away now. No clocks, no weight, only stillness. You are warm, your breath is calm, your thoughts are floating like candlelight on quiet water. And our story continues right where we left it, where the tea shop waits, ever patient, ever quiet, the door never quite closed behind you. Not because you forgot, but because the fog itself seems to hold it open, as if inviting you back even as you leave it in a dream. You walk now not in body, but in memory, down that cobbled lane. Your feet barely touch the ground. The mist wraps around your shoulders like a soft shawl, damp with peace and laced with lavender. The gas lamps above flicker softly. They hum not loudly, but with the rhythm of sleep. One flickers, another glows steady, another dims as you pass beneath. There are no footsteps behind you, no echo ahead, just the sound of mist swirling, the memory of warm tea in your belly, and the light pressure of that sachet in your pocket, the sleep blend. Its scent is with you now, subtle like night air through a garden gate. Valerian, chamomile, blue cornflower. and the faintest whisper of rose. A cat watches from a windowsill, its fur curled into a perfect circle. Its eyes are heavy with dreams. It does not move as you pass. It knows, somehow, that you're not walking here in the usual way. You're floating between layers. The Victorians believed that dreams had rooms, that when you drifted into slumber, you entered a house with infinite hallsage, one leading to another version of yourself, a lover, a child, a bird, a storm. Tonight, your hallway leads here, to this soft, impossible street, to a dream that began with tea and steam and continues with each quiet step you take. There is a garden ahead. You don't know how you know this, but you do. It pulls at you gently, like gravity in a place that no longer obeys time. The gate appears just as you think of it. Wrought iron, ivy-covered, half open. It creaks slightly, but not sharply, more like a whisper that says, "Come in," and so you do. Inside, the garden is glowing, not with sunlight, but with something softer, a kind of blue-gray twilight that never ends. Lamps, shaped like blossoms, flicker with tiny flames, and the air is heavy with the perfume of dusk. Victorians once believed in night-blooming cereus, a flower that opened only after dark for 1 hour. Once a year, then vanished again into shadow. This garden feels like that flower, opened just for you, for this night, for this dream. There is a bench under an arch of flowering vines. The petals fall slowly, without sound. You sit not as a body, but as a presence. You feel your breath in the air around you, see it move the leaves, hear it ripple the small pond nearby. Even here, the tea shop lingers in you. The tea still warms your chest. The candle's flicker still glows behind your closed eyes. The voice of the proprietor quiet come whispers now, not from the shop, but from within you. She says, "Dreams do not end. They rest, like books on shelves, like cups in cabinets, like petals before they bloom." You lie back on the bench now. The vines above sway gently. Each movement stirs a new scent wisteria, violet earth. The world narrows, not in fear, but in comfort, like drawing a warm blanket up over your shoulders. The stars appear one by one, small, far away, but watching kindly. You close your eyes in the dream, and even in the dream, you sleep. A sleep within a sleep, a dream inside another. And the tea shop continues, pouring tea, washing cups, pressing herbs into parchment. Your presence is still there, like the echo of a song, or the scent of a flower pressed long ago in the pages of a journal. You are resting now, in every corner of that room, in the curls of steam, in the lull of rain against glass, in the final flicker of the last candle. You have become part of the story. Not just listening to it, not just watching it, but being it. And that is the most peaceful place to sleep. Let's drift deeper together. You don't have to try, you don't have to do anything now, but listen. The world beyond your eyelids is warm and slow, and the story is still unfolding like the steam from that very first cup of tea. We begin again softly, slowly, in the garden where dream and memory meet the vines. Above you sway, but there is no wind, only rhythm. The quiet rhythm of your breath and the deep, restful pulse of sleep beneath you. Somewhere nearby, a bell chimes. Not from a church, not from a clock, but a wind bell made of glass and porcelain, tied with a velvet ribbon that hangs from the branch of an old pear tree. Its chime is delicate. It barely stirs the air, but it ripples through you as if your breath recognizes the sound. as if your heart remembers something before your mind does. Victorians believed that sound could carry messages to the soul. A certain bell in the right place, they said, could guide the weary toward rest and bring the dreaming gently back into their bodies when the world was ready again. But you are not ready to return. And so the bell only chimes once, and then it is quiet. The garden darkens, just slightly, not to frighten, but to deepen the softness around you, like dusk folding into twilight. Somewhere in the vines above, a night moth stirs. Its wings brush the petals gently as it moves, and the sound is like silk slipping from shoulders. It glides past you, and you feel its weightless presence, not touching, just passing, just being. In Victorian folklore, moths were seen as messengers from the realm of dreams. Some believed they carried pieces of forgotten memories, and that, if you watched them closely, they would lead you back to parts of yourself you had once misplaced. And so, you follow the moth not with your eyes, but with your attention. It flutters low through the garden, past the pond where moonlight ripples like melted pearl, past the lanterns nestled between tall foxglove stalks, and toward a narrow path lined with soft moss and sleep-laced herbs. You rise, not hurried, not heavy, but gently, like a feather being lifted by the breath of the world. The path is cool beneath your feet. Your body feels distant, now pleasantly so, as if it has been laid down in the teashop still, and only your dreamed self walks here now, guided by scent and silence and the sound of soft wings. The air along this path is rich with old things, lavender drying on rafters, lemon balm from the teashop's cabinet, and something else, a deep, earthy scent, vetiver and sweet hay, the smell of roots, of things resting in soil, preparing to bloom again. You walk on, and the garden becomes a forest, slowly, as if the plants remembered what they once were. Tall trees now rise around you, ancient and moss-covered branches, low and soft, swaying gently without breeze. This place, this stretch of dream, is older than the teashop, older than the street, older than your memory. It feels familiar, like something you knew before you were born. The Victorians had a word for this fernway, a longing for places you've never been, but feel as though you must return someday. You are returning now. The moth lands on a low branch ahead. It waits there quietly, and beside it, tied to the branch with a thin thread of flax, is a key, a small brass key, worn smooth, cool to the touch. It doesn't jingle. It doesn't unlock a door in this world. But you understand. You understand instinctively that it unlocks a dream, one you've forgotten, one you are ready for now. You take the key gently, and in that moment you feel warmth behind you again, like the hearth fire from the teashop crackling in some distant corner of your memory. You are not alone here. You are never alone. This dream has always belonged to you. It was only waiting for the quiet, for the hush, for the stillness that tea and fog and soft footsteps could provide. You turn now, and the path has disappeared. There is only stillness behind you, a meadow stretching out beneath starlight, silent as breath held between heartbeats. In the middle of the field, a single chair, a velvet cushion, and a cup of tea steaming gently. It is yours. Of course it is. It has always been waiting. You sit, and time sits with you. No ticking, no turning, just being. And above you, the stars begin to shimmer. Not in patterns of constellations, but in script. They write something you can almost read, something you once knew before words were needed. You look into the cup. The tea has no color, only light. You sip, and all at once, gently, sweetly, you feel the ache leave your shoulders. The noise leaves your thoughts. The burden slips from behind your eyes. You are lighter now, so much lighter. You close your eyes and float. Take another slow breath in through your nose, out through your lips, as though you're exhaling a cloud of warm tea steam into the cool evening. There's nothing to do but listen, nothing to hold but the softness of this moment. We return now to where your eyes are closed, and yet you see everything. You float there in the meadow, cup of light cradled in your hands. Stars overhead flickering like candle flames in an infinite ceiling. Your body feels like mist now, but not lost, just free. Weightless in a way you didn't know you could be. The key you took from the branch rests against your palm. It's warm now. It hums faintly, like a chord struck on a harp string far away. Each hum feels like a heartbeat, and each heartbeat feels like a door opening a little wider. Victorians loved keys not just for doors, but as symbols. Keys worn on ribbons meant the heart is open. Keys hidden under pillows meant the dream is ready tonight. Yours means both. You raise it just slightly, and in the air before you a lock appears. No door, no frame, just a soft outline like mist in the shape of a gate. It glows the color of pewter and starlight. It is waiting for you. You slide the key in, turn it, no click, no grind, just a sigh, and the meadow folds inward like a page turning, like a blanket being drawn up. You find yourself now inside a small Victorian sitting room, a parlor softly lit, the wallpaper patterned with roses faded by time, a faint fire in the grate, an armchair near the window. This room smells faintly of coal smoke and vanilla, of books closed long ago. A gentle rain taps against the panes. On the table beside the armchair sits an old journal. Its leather is worn, its edges gilded faintly. A fountain pen rests atop it, the nib glinting gold in the lamplight. This is your room, your parlor, your dream within a dream. You sit, and the chair embraces you like a memory, soft, deep, perfectly shaped to you. The rain at the window becomes your breath. The fire becomes your heart. You open the journal. Inside, the pages are blank, but not empty. They hum like the key did, waiting. You take the pen. You don't need to know what to write. Your hand moves, and the ink flows, and words appear as though they were always there. You are safe. You are home. You may rest. The script curls like vines across the page, and the smell of lavender rises from the paper as though the ink were steeped in the same herbs as your tea. You set the pen down, close the journal, and lean back. The Victorians often kept dream journals, believing that writing in them before sleep could help the soul travel more gently into the night. a place where time breathes slowly and softly, and the world feels like a lullaby hummed by stars. Here, the air is warm and thick with the scent of honey and soft wood. A gentle sound pulses beneath everything, a low, steady rhythm like a heartbeat. It is the heartbeat of the Victorian Teashop and the heartbeat of your own quiet rest. In this stillness, something stirs. Outside, the Victorian street lies quiet beneath a sky brushed with moonlight. The cobblestones gleam faintly with rain. A lone figure walks the lane, the proprietor of the tea shop, returning from her evening stroll. Her footsteps are soft, no rush, no weight, just the rhythmic tap of boots on stone. She pauses beneath the street lamp. The light pools around her like liquid gold. She looks up at the sky, and you feel her breath, warm and steady, mingling with the cool night air. The stars twinkle, not random, but in patterns known only to those who listen closely. She whispers a quiet blessing to the night, then turns and disappears slowly down the lane. You watch her go, feeling the calm of her presence settle deep in your chest. The street lamp flickers once, twice, then glows steady, guarding the night. Now, your attention softens even further. You are neither here nor there, just a thread of calm weaving through the scene. You feel the warmth of the tea shop fire again, like a soft glow behind your eyelids. You smell the steam from the herbal blends lavender, rose, lemon balm mingling with the faint scent of parchment and old wood. The chair beneath you feels softer. The world narrows to this moment, this breath, as you exhale slowly. Your mind becomes a gentle river, flowing through the quiet streets and soft shadows. You imagine the soft clink of porcelain cups, the hum of whispered conversations, the quiet turning of pages in a leather-bound book. These sounds blend into a peaceful symphony, a lullaby for your soul. You are safe. You are held. You are drifting gently, slowly, toward deep, restful sleep. Let yourself drift, like soft petals carried by a slow, warm breeze, as the story unfolds gently around you. In this quiet, timeless place, your senses grow tender and aware, like the delicate touch of silk against skin. You feel the texture of the wooden table beneath your fingers, smooth and cool, worn by years of hands just like yours. The tea shop's walls seem to breathe softly, whispering stories held in their grain. Beyond the window, fog curls softly through the narrow streets, wrapping each lamppost in a gentle embrace of silver light. Victorians believed the fog was a kind of veil, a curtain between the waking world and the realm of dreams, where stories lived waiting to be told. And here, in this moment, you are both watcher and dreamer, floating between worlds. The tea shop's door opens quietly, and a breeze carries in the scent of fresh herbs and earth, the promise of comfort and calm. You take a slow, deep breath, letting the soothing fragrances fill your lungs, and feel the tension melt away like wax under a candle flame. A soft voice, warm and kind, begins to hum a melody, an ancient lullaby passed down through centuries. The notes ripple through the room, like a gentle stream weaving through moss and stone. You imagine the melody wrapping around you, soft and steady, a thread of peace weaving through your thoughts. Your eyelids grow heavier, your breath slower, each note pulling you deeper into rest. The chair beneath you cradles you like a nest, safe and secure. Outside, the first hint of dawn colors the sky in pale pinks and blues. But you are far from waking. Instead, you drift, weightless and free, carried on the gentle currents of this Victorian dream. And as you float, the words settle softly in your heart. In every ending, there is a beginning. In every dream, a promise of peace. You are ready now, ready to rest fully, deeply, in the quiet embrace of night and story. Feel yourself settle even more deeply, like a leaf resting softly on calm water, as the story drifts onward like a quiet whisper in the night. The warmth of the tea shop lingers like a gentle pulse beneath your skin. The scent of herbs and steam weaves through your thoughts, blending with the distant sound of rain tapping on window panes. Outside, the Victorian street is hushed beneath a silver fog, each cobblestone glistening softly with moisture, reflecting the dim glow of lanterns. You feel the slow rhythm of your breath matching the steady crackle of the hearth fire nearby. In this room, time folds gently, like the turning of a page in an old, treasured book. The journal lies closed on the table. Its leather cover is warm beneath your fingertips. You reach for it again this time, not to write, but to listen. The pages whisper softly, carrying stories of days long past, of quiet moments like this one, when the world feels paused and kind. You imagine the lives of those who sat here before, a Victorian bard softly strumming a lute, a scholar tracing delicate scripts by candlelight, a mother humming lullabies to her sleeping child. Each story is a thread, woven into the fabric of the tea shop's soul. You feel yourself becoming part of that tapestry, held in the gentle folds of memory and time. Outside, the fog begins to lift slowly, revealing a sky painted with soft dawn hues. But you remain here, safe and warm, cradled by the whispers of steam and shadow. Your breath deepens, your body sinks further into rest. You are carried now on a wave of calm, a peaceful tide drawing you gently toward sleep. And with the quiet closing of the journal and the fading flicker of the last candle flame, you are ready to drift fully, softly, into the deepest rest. Let your breath fall into an even slower rhythm, like the gentle ebb and flow of a calm sea, as the story folds softly around you once again. The warmth from the hearth feels like a gentle heartbeat beneath your skin. Outside, the fog has thinned, and the soft light of dawn begins to stretch across the cobblestones. But here, in this quiet corner of the Victorian world, time lingers slow and unhurried, like the last sip of tea held on your tongue. You hear the faintest creak of wooden floorboards, and the soft shuffle of slippers across polished wood. It's the tea shop's proprietor, moving quietly as she begins her morning ritual. Her hands are steady and sure as she prepares fresh herbs for the day, plucking sprigs of lavender, rose petals, and lemon balm, each chosen with care to soothe and comfort. She hums a melody low and slow, one passed down through generations, a song of rest, of dreams, of peace. The melody drifts through the room, wrapping around you like a velvet shawl. You imagine the steam curling from a freshly brewed cup, carrying the scents that calm the nerves and ease the mind. In Victorian times, these herbal tisanes were cherished remedies, simple, gentle, and powerful in their quiet way. The tea shop fills with the soft clink of porcelain, the whisper of water pouring, and the faint crackle of a fire welcoming the new day. You breathe it all in, the warmth, the scent, the soothing sounds, and feel yourself sinking deeper into calm. Your body is heavy but relaxed. Your mind is soft and open, like the petals of a rose unfolding in the morning light. You are part of this peaceful rhythm, the rhythm of slow mornings and quiet moments, the rhythm of gentle care passed from hand to hand. You close your eyes for a moment, and the melody carries you further still, past the tea shop, past the misty streets, into a world where dreams and waking blend seamlessly. Here, the night's rest is always waiting. Here, you can stay as long as you need. And as the last note of the lullaby fades into silence, you find yourself ready to drift fully, softly, gently, into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. Let your breath flow slow and steady, like a soft river winding through quiet fields as the story carries you further into restful calm. In the dim morning light, the tea shop begins to stir softly, but here, within the heart of your dream, all movement feels like a gentle ripple, never a rush or a clatter. You imagine the polished wooden counter, smooth under gentle hands, the delicate shelves lined with jars, filled with dried herbs and fragrant flowers, each one a promise of comfort and peace. Lavender, known to calm restless minds, rose, a tender balm for memory and heart, and lemon balm, a quiet helper for gentle sleep. Victorians believed these tisanes were gifts from nature, offering small moments of magic to soothe the day's weariness away. Outside, the streets begin to shimmer with the soft glow of early sun, but inside, time stretches, slow and sweet. You hear the soft murmur of quiet conversation, the rustle of silk skirts, and the faint tapping of boots on stone. A traveling bard arrives, his lute slung across his back, bringing stories wrapped in music, tales of knights and castles, of quiet heroes and whispered dreams. He sets down his pack, and the tea shop fills with the soft sound of strings, a lullaby woven from silver notes and warm shadows. You feel yourself swaying gently to the music, your breath rising and falling with the melody's ebb and flow. The bard's song tells of a distant castle garden where moonflowers bloom only at night, and the air is thick with the scent of jasmine and hope. Victorians believed such night-blooming flowers held secret powers, able to guide lost souls back to peace. You imagine yourself there now, walking softly among the moonflowers, their petals glowing faintly under a sky full of stars. Each step feels light, free, and calm. You breathe in the delicate fragrance, letting it fill your lungs and ease your mind. The music swells, then fades, and the bard smiles gently, as if sharing a secret just for you. You close your eyes, feeling the warmth of the tea shop, the hum of the music, and the soft, steady beat of your own heart. You are safe, you are calm, you are ready to drift deeper still. Feel your breath slow and soften, like a gentle tide washing over smooth stones as the story cradles you softly in its arms. The tea shop's warmth wraps around you like a comforting quilt, woven from threads of lavender, rose, and lemon balm. The delicate clink of cups and the whisper of pages turning blend into a soothing rhythm, a gentle lullaby for your soul. Outside, the Victorian world hums quietly, but inside this peaceful haven, time moves with a tender grace, like the flicker of candlelight casting dancing shadows on the walls. You imagine the soft glow of gas lamps along the misty streets, their amber light casting pools of calm on the cobblestones below. You feel the weight of the journal in your lap once more. Its pages warm beneath your fingers, each word written a gentle promise, a whisper from the past meant to carry you into rest. Victorian dreamers believed that writing their dreams down was like planting seeds in the mind's garden, seeds that would bloom into clarity, peace, and hope. You imagine yourself tending this garden now, watering each thought with kindness, nurturing every hope with patience and care. A soft breeze drifts through the open window, bringing the faint scent of jasmine and wet earth. You close your eyes, letting the gentle night sounds wash over you, the distant call of an owl, the rustle of leaves, the steady crackle of the hearth. Your body melts deeper into the chair, heavy and relaxed, like a stone sinking softly into moss. Your breath is slow, deep, and even a calm ocean tide that carries you further from wakefulness and closer to sweet sleep. You are safe here. You are held here. You are loved here. And as your eyelids grow heavier, the last light of the tea shop flickers and fades, like a candle gently snuffed by a loving hand. You drift now, softly, gently, into the warm embrace of peaceful dreams. Let your breath flow gently like a soft breeze through autumn leaves, and feel the quiet calm deepen as the story carries you onward. The tea shop now sleeps, wrapped in a cloak of velvet night. Only the faintest glow lingers, the soft pulse of embers in the hearth, casting a warm amber light that seems to breathe along the walls. Outside, the fog curls like whispered secrets, nestling softly in the streets and folding over cobblestones like a gentle shawl. You feel yourself melting into the stillness. Your body is heavy, warm, and safe. Every breath sinks you deeper into the quiet comfort of this Victorian dream. The memory of the herbal blends, the lavender, rose, and lemon balm lingers like a tender caress on your senses, pulling you toward the restful peace that waits beyond waking. In this moment, the tea shop is more than a place. It is a sanctuary, a soft space between worlds where dreams are gently tended. You imagine the proprietor's hands moving slowly, gathering fresh herbs by candlelight, her movements fluid and steady, like a lullaby sung without words. The clock chimes softly in the distance, not to mark time, but to mark stillness, to remind you that here, in this place, you are free to rest fully. Your breath deepens, slow and even, and you feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest like a calm sea. You are safe, you are warm, you are exactly where you need to be. And as your eyelids drift closed, the softest of whispers brushes past your ear. Rest now, beloved dreamer. The night holds you gently. Dawn will find you refreshed. And with that, you float deeper into sleep, quiet, peaceful, complete. Let your breath become as soft as a feather's touch and drift slowly, gently, into the final moments of this Victorian dream. The tea shop is quiet now, the last tendrils of steam curling upward and fading into the cool night air. Outside, the moon hangs low, its pale light spilling softly over the rooftops and winding streets, casting gentle shadows that sway like a lullaby. Inside, the silence is full, not empty, but rich with the memories of stories told, of dreams shared in whispers and warm glances. You feel the pulse of the night around you, a steady, soothing rhythm like the slow turning of pages in an ancient book. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your mind is soft and drifting like a boat carried on a gentle stream. You imagine the proprietor locking the tea shop door with a quiet click, a small, peaceful ritual marking the close of another day. She pauses for a moment beneath the street lamp, breathing in the cool air, feeling the calm settle over the city like a soft blanket. And as you breathe in this calm, you feel yourself wrapped in that same quiet comfort. The night cradles you like a tender hand, guiding you softly toward dreams deep and sweet. Your breath slows even more, each exhale a release, each inhale a quiet invitation to rest. You are safe, you are whole, you are gently carried now, softly, steadily, into the warm embrace of sleep. And as the first light of dawn peeks quietly over the horizon, your mind floats free, rested, calm, and ready to greet the new day. Sleep well, dear dreamer, in the quiet glow of Victorian evenings and the gentle touch of dreams served at dusk. Let's begin this soothing bedtime story. Take a slow, deep breath in and gently let it out. Feel your body begin to relax, like a soft wave washing over calm shores. Close your eyes if you wish, and allow the quiet comfort of this moment to settle in the faint creak of old wood, the gentle warmth of a hearth's glow, and the soft rustle of silk curtains in a slow evening breeze. Let your mind drift gently as you find yourself stepping into a quiet London townhouse, its walls thick with stories, and a silence that feels like a whispered secret. Our story today begins in this very house, nestled deep in Victorian London, where the air is tinged with the scent of warm tea and polished wood. Here, every morning reveals a small mystery, a gentle surprise left by a visitor unseen, a spirit soothed by kindness, leaving tokens along the carpeted hallway, buttons, delicate lace, feathers soft as a sigh. Let us walk softly together down this hallway, each step careful and slow, feeling the worn carpet beneath your feet, hearing the faint creak of floorboards, and smelling the faint aroma of chamomile and rose from the parlor beyond. Let your breath stay soft and steady, like a gentle breeze weaving through leaves as the story wraps around you like a warm shawl. Imagine now the early morning light filtering softly through lace curtains, casting delicate patterns on the polished wooden floor. The house is quiet, save for the distant ticking of a grandfather clock, each tick a slow, soothing heartbeat echoing through the stillness. You move slowly down the hallway, your footsteps muffled by the thick carpet. The air is cool but comforting, carrying faint hints of lavender and cedarwood, as if the house itself is breathing gently around you. And there, just before your eyes, small treasures begin to appear, buttons in deep blues and soft creams, fragments of lace edged with fine embroidery, and feathers, white as freshly fallen snow, light as whispers. Each token is placed with care, a silent message from a presence unseen. Victorians believed that spirits were drawn to kindness, their unrest soothed by gentle acts and quiet understanding. You pause, fingertips grazing the edge of a tiny silver button, feeling the cool metal, smooth and cool beneath your skin. The house creaks softly, as if acknowledging your presence, the floorboards sighing in welcome like an old friend. Outside, a gentle breeze stirs the branches of the tall chestnut tree, its leaves rustling a soft lullaby against the window pane. You breathe deeply, letting the calm of this moment wash over you. The comfort of quiet companionship in the stillness of dawn. As you walk further, the scent of warm tea drifts from the parlor, mingling with the faint fragrance of burning wood from the hearth. You imagine the flicker of candlelight, the gentle crackle of flames, and the soft murmur of voices sharing stories long into the night. In Victorian times, parlors were places of gathering and mystery, where seances were held by firelight, and whispered secrets were exchanged between the worlds of the living and the departed. Here, in this house, the veil feels thin, and the presence of the gentle spirit is a reminder that kindness leaves a trace, soft as a feather's touch and just as real. You feel your body growing heavier now, your breath slowing, deepening like the slow ebb and flow of the tide, rocking you gently toward rest. Let your breath flow calm and easy, like a gentle stream winding through a quiet forest as the story settles softly around you once again. Imagine the warmth of the parlor inviting you in, the soft glow of candlelight flickering gently on polished brass and dark wood. The air holds the scent of chamomile and mint, a soothing bouquet that calms your mind and body. You find a comfortable chair near the hearth, its cushions soft and welcoming, and feel yourself sink deeply into its embrace. Outside, the wind whispers through the trees, the leaves rustling in a soft, steady rhythm, like a lullaby sung by nature itself. You listen closely, feeling the gentle creaks and sighs of the old house around you, each sound a part of the story unfolding. In the days of Queen Victoria, ghost stories were a beloved pastime, shared around fires and tea tables, bringing a thrill of the mysterious into the warmth of everyday life. Tonight, the spirit in this house is especially kind, not one to frighten, but one who leaves small gifts as a thank you for the kindness it receives. You imagine the soft footsteps of this gentle ghost, moving silently through the halls in the quiet hours of night, placing buttons, lace, and feathers where they can be found by morning light. Each token a small sign of gratitude, a silent handshake across time. The soft crackle of the fire fills the room, its warmth spreading slowly like a gentle wave. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing deeply, letting the warmth and calm fill your chest, letting your thoughts slow and settle like dust in a sunbeam. When you open your eyes again, you notice a small book resting on the side table, a book of Victorian poems and stories, its pages worn and well-loved. You imagine opening it and reading softly, each word a gentle step deeper into rest. Each sentence is a quiet breeze carrying you toward sleep. The house, the spirit, the quiet gifts, they all weave together into a soft tapestry of peace, inviting you to lay down your worries and simply be. Code. Your breath grows slow and even, your body warm and heavy, and you feel yourself drifting. Allow your breath to settle even more deeply now, soft and slow, like gentle waves brushing a quiet shore. Let the story guide you softly as we continue our walk through this calm Victorian world. The fire's gentle crackle hums a soothing tune, casting flickering shadows that dance lightly on the walls, softening the edges of the room like a dream dissolving into night. You reach out to touch the pages of the book, feeling the delicate texture of the worn paper beneath your fingertips, the faint scent of aged ink and memories filling the air. Each poem is a quiet murmur from the past, whispering stories of love, hope, and gentle mysteries, woven like threads through the fabric of time. You imagine the voice of the reader long ago, soft and steady, like your own breath, reading these verses by candlelight, sharing their calm through the years. Outside, the rain begins to fall softly, each drop a tiny kiss on the windowpane, creating a delicate rhythm, a lullaby played by nature itself. The house seems to sigh in contentment, welcoming the quiet night and its soothing song. You feel the warmth of the hearth seep deeper into your skin, settling like a gentle hug that holds you safe and still. The spirit's presence is close now, a soft shimmer in the air, a flutter of feathers, a gentle touch on the nape of your neck. You know this visitor means no harm, only gratitude and peace, sharing its quiet gifts with those who show kindness. The buttons on the carpet, the lace near the doorway, and the feathers by the window, each a small token of connection, a bridge between worlds made of kindness and calm. Your eyes grow heavy as the rain's lullaby continues, the house wrapped in the tender embrace of night. Your breath slows and deepens even further, each inhale filling you with calm, each exhale releasing all tension, all worry. You feel yourself drifting, weightless and free, carried gently by the rhythm of the night. Let your breath flow like a soft, slow river, and feel the calm deepen with every word. The rain taps gently on the roof, a soft percussion that blends with the steady heartbeat of the house. Each drop is a quiet reminder that the world outside is peaceful, allowing you to sink further into the warmth and safety within. You notice a faint shimmer in the corner of the room, the gentle flutter of a lace ribbon, as if stirred by an unseen hand. The spirit's presence feels like a comforting whisper, a friend who moves quietly among the shadows, leaving small signs of its gratitude behind. Victorians often believed that kindness could soothe restless souls, and in this house that belief is alive, carried on the soft threads of lace and the delicate touch of feathers. You breathe deeply, feeling the calm spread through your body, like warm honey slowly flowing down your spine. The clock ticks steadily, a gentle metronome for your slowing thoughts, each tick a soft step closer to rest. You imagine yourself in the parlor, wrapped in a soft shawl, holding a warm cup of tea, the steam curling upward like a gentle invitation to dreams. Outside, the storm begins to ease, the rain tapering off to a soft drizzle, leaving the world fresh and quiet. The house settles into a deep, peaceful sigh, and you feel the same calm settle into your mind. Your breath is slow, your body heavy and relaxed, and you drift further, carried by the quiet rhythm of the night. Each small gift left by the spirit feels like a gentle kiss on your heart, reminding you that even unseen kindness can touch the soul. With each passing moment, your eyelids grow heavier, your thoughts soften into the gentle folds of sleep. The warmth of the hearth, the soft glow of candlelight, and the tender presence of this kind spirit wrap around you like a lullaby, guiding you gently into dreams deep and sweet. Let your breath continue to flow smooth and calm, like silk sliding softly over skin, as the story weaves deeper into the night's gentle embrace. The night stretches quietly around you, a soft blanket woven from shadows and soft light. The house breathes slowly, its heart beating steady and sure. You feel the lingering warmth of the fire on your skin, the faint scent of cedar wood mingling with the delicate aroma of lavender. Outside, the moon hangs low, casting a pale silver glow that slips gently through the curtains, touching the worn floorboards with a quiet shimmer. You hear the distant call of a nightingale, its song a tender thread weaving through the still air, a melody meant to soothe and calm the restless mind. In the quiet of the parlor, the spirit moves gently, leaving behind tiny treasures, buttons with a mother-of-pearl gleam, lace edges frayed yet delicate, and feathers soft enough to float on a breath. Each token carries a story, a quiet message from a world just beyond sight, spoken through acts of quiet kindness. You imagine yourself kneeling to pick up a small feather, feeling its softness between your fingers. And as you breathe it in, you sense the peace. It holds a gentle promise of comfort and rest. The house creaks softly, a tender sigh in the stillness, welcoming you deeper into its calm embrace. Your body sinks further into softness, each muscle letting go, each breath growing slower and more even. You feel yourself floating, weightless and serene, drifting gently on a sea of quiet dreams. The night holds you close, a guardian of peaceful slumber, as the spirit's gifts settle softly around you, like stars scattered across a velvet sky. You are safe, you are calm, you are ready to rest. Allow your breath to soften like petals falling slowly to the earth, and feel the gentle quiet of the night deepen around you. The warmth of the fire flickers softly, its amber glow casting tender shadows that dance lightly across the walls. You listen to the soft crackling, a comforting rhythm that eases your thoughts into stillness. Outside, the London fog curls softly around the street lamps, their halos glowing faintly through the mist. The world feels wrapped in a gentle hush, as if time itself has slowed to a peaceful pause. You imagine the spirit moving silently through the house, a gentle presence carrying gratitude in the form of small treasures, buttons, lace, and feathers, left like quiet kisses upon the carpeted floor. The Victorians believed that these tokens were more than mere objects. They were messages of thanks, bridges between the living and those who had passed on. You breathe deeply, feeling the calm expand within you, like a slowly blooming flower in a secret garden. The scent of warm tea lingers nearby, soft and soothing with hints of chamomile and honey. You picture yourself wrapped in a cozy shawl, holding a delicate porcelain cup, the warmth spreading through your hands and heart. The house sighs softly around you, each creak and whisper a lullaby sung by the old wood and stone. Your body feels heavy and relaxed now, your breath slow and even, each moment carrying you gently closer to sleep. You are safe in this quiet Victorian world, held tenderly by the spirit's kindness and the night's soft embrace. And as your eyelids flutter closed, you drift deeper, carried on the wings of peaceful dreams. Let your breath glide effortlessly, slow and soft, as you sink further into the peaceful quiet. The old clock's hands move ever so gently, measuring the passage of this calm night, each tick a soothing pulse within the stillness. The gentle spirit continues its quiet rounds, leaving behind treasures for morning's discovery. Tiny buttons with delicate patterns, laces that whisper of days long past, and feathers as soft as a whispered secret. These gifts, though small, carry a gentle magic, a kindness that transcends time and space, reminding all who find them of the unseen care surrounding them. The fire's glow flickers steadily, casting shadows that stretch and yawn with a gentle ease. You feel the warmth spread from your chest outward, like a soft wave of comfort washing over your limbs. Outside, the moonlight slips through the window pane, silver and cool, touching the floor in a delicate dance. The air carries the faintest scent of lavender, like a gentle breath of peace, drawing you deeper into rest. You close your eyes and listen to the quiet sounds, the ticking clock, the crackling fire, the soft rustle of the evening breeze. Your thoughts slow to a peaceful drift, like leaves floating gently on a calm stream. You are wrapped in warmth, safety, and a tender stillness. And as you breathe in this calm, your mind settles softly into the embrace of sleep, held gently by the spirit's kindness and the quiet night. Let your breath continue to soften and deepen, like the slow unfolding of a quiet flower in the night. The house holds its breath, wrapped in velvet shadows, as the spirit moves like a whisper through the rooms. You imagine the soft rustle of silk skirts brushing against the polished floor, the faint clink of delicate china resting on a side table. Each tiny gift left behind is a gentle touch, a button with a Mother Rouge pearl gleam, a strip of lace with edges worn smooth by time, a feather white and light as a breath. These are not mere objects, but tokens of gratitude, each one carrying a story, a memory, a blessing. You feel the soft glow of candlelight flickering in the parlor, its warmth pooling like honey in the quiet corners. The scent of bergamot and jasmine lingers faintly, inviting calm and sweet dreams. Outside, the night is deep and still, the soft murmur of the city lulled into sleep. You let yourself sink into this gentle quiet, your body heavy and relaxed, your mind free to drift like clouds across a moonlit sky. The spirit's presence is like a gentle breeze, soft and kind, brushing away the worries of the day. You breathe in this calm, feeling it spread from your heart to every fingertip, every toe, every breath. And as you drift deeper, held by the quiet grace of the house and its unseen visitor, you move softly toward the restful embrace of sleep. Feel your breath move slow and smooth, like soft waves gently lapping at a quiet shore. The house breathes with a gentle rhythm, its walls holding centuries of whispered stories. You imagine the spirit gliding softly down the hallway, leaving behind its tender gifts for morning light to find. Buttons with delicate engravings, laces faded but still full of grace, and feathers that float like whispers on the breeze. Each token is a quiet thank you, a bridge of kindness crossing from past to present. The fire flickers low now, its warmth, a soft glow, wrapping you in comfort. You breathe in the scent of spiced tea and sandalwood, feeling the calm settle deep in your chest. Outside, the night sky is a deep velvet, scattered with silver stars that twinkle like tiny lanterns. You close your eyes and feel yourself sinking deeper, drifting gently on the currents of this peaceful night. The spirit's presence is near but gentle, like a tender whisper carried on the breeze. You feel safe, warm, and deeply relaxed, held by the quiet magic of kindness and calm. With every breath, you move closer to sleep, ready to journey into soft, sweet dreams. Let your breath flow gentle and slow, like the soft unfurling of petals in the dawn light. The house seems to hum quietly around you, filled with the warmth of fires long past and stories softly told. You imagine the spirit moving silently through the rooms, placing tiny treasures where kind hearts will find them. Buttons, delicate and smooth, catching the light like little moons. Lace trimmed with care, its soft edges like whispers of silk, and feathers as light as a sigh, drifting silently to rest. Each gift a symbol of gratitude, a tender thank you from a presence felt but never seen. You breathe deeply, feeling the calm spread through your body, like a gentle tide washing over sun-warmed sands. Outside, the wind carries the faintest rustle of leaves, a lullaby sung by the trees in the quiet night. The fire's glow flickers softly, its warmth cradling you in a cocoon of peace. Your eyelids grow heavy as the night deepens, and you find yourself floating, weightless and free, carried gently toward the arms of restful sleep. The spirit's kindness lingers in the air, a soft presence wrapping you in comfort and calm. guiding you into dreams woven with quiet magic. You are safe here, in this warm, gentle world, held by the spirit's gifts and the night's tender embrace. And as you drift away, know that kindness, even unseen, is always near, soft as a feather, warm as a hearth, and forever a gentle light in the darkness. Let your breath become even softer now, like a gentle breeze weaving through quiet branches. As you settle deeper into this peaceful moment, the parlor feels like a warm embrace, its rich wood and soft fabrics wrapping around you like a familiar hug. You hear the gentle crackle of the fire, its amber glow painting gentle patterns on the walls, each flicker a soft heartbeat of the home. The spirit moves with quiet grace, leaving small tokens of gratitude in its wake. A button with a pearly sheen, a strip of lace, delicate as a whispered secret, a feather floating gently onto the carpet. Each gift is a silent message of kindness, a reminder that love and care transcend the bounds of time. You breathe in deeply, the scent of warm tea and honey filling your senses, calming your mind and softening your thoughts. Outside, the night is wrapped in velvet darkness, stars twinkling faintly like distant candles in the sky. Your body feels heavy and relaxed, each muscle softening, each breath slow and even. You are cradled in the gentle stillness of the night, held safe by the warmth of the hearth and the quiet presence nearby. Your thoughts drift gently, like leaves carried on a slow-moving stream, carried softly toward the quiet shores of sleep. And as your eyelids close, you feel the spirit's kindness like a gentle hand on your shoulder, guiding you deeper into rest, into dreams woven from whispers and warmth. Allow your breath to become as soft as a feather falling through still air, your body sinking deeper into comfort and peace. The room around you is quiet now, bathed in the gentle glow of a single candle flickering low. You imagine the spirit's tender footsteps, light as a breeze, as it moves silently through the shadowed halls. Each small gift left behind is a token of gentle thanks, a button catching the light like a tiny moon, a piece of lace soft and worn, a feather drifting softly like a whispered secret. The warmth from the hearth spreads slowly through the room, a soothing presence wrapping you in calm. The scent of lavender and honey lingers faintly, a sweet invitation to rest deeply and peacefully. Outside, the night holds its breath, still and quiet beneath a sky sprinkled with stars. You feel yourself floating gently, carried by the slow rhythm of your own breath, sinking softly into a sea of tranquility. The spirit's kindness is a gentle light, glowing quietly just beyond sight, a comforting presence beside you as you drift toward sleep. Your body is heavy and warm, your mind calm and free, and with each breath, you move closer to the peaceful embrace of dreams. Let your breath flow gently, like a slow river, moving through a quiet valley. Each inhale fills you with calm, each exhale releasing any lingering tension. The soft glow of the candlelight flickers on the walls, casting warm, dancing shadows that soothe the edges of your thoughts. You imagine the spirit moving softly through the quiet halls, leaving its tender gifts: a button, a piece of lace, a feather, each one a small token of gratitude and peace. The fire crackles low, a gentle, rhythmic sound that echoes softly in the stillness. The scent of warm honey and chamomile fills the air, wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. Outside, the night deepens, stars twinkling like tiny lanterns scattered across the velvet sky. Your body feels heavier with each passing moment, muscles releasing and softening, your breath slow and steady, like the ebb and flow of a gentle tide. The Spirit's presence is a comforting whisper, a calm energy that drifts nearby, guiding you gently toward restful sleep. You are safe here, in this warm, quiet world, held tenderly by the kindness left in the hallway. Ready now to drift into dreams, soft and sweet, like feathers on the breeze. Let your breath become even softer now, like the faintest sigh of wind through autumn leaves, as you settle fully into this cocoon of calm. The fire's gentle crackle fills the room with warmth, its glow wrapping softly around your shoulders. Like a comforting shawl woven from light and peace, you picture the Spirit's tender journey down the hallway, quiet and careful, placing its small tokens of kindness. A button gleaming softly in the firelight, a delicate lace ribbon fluttering gently, a feather resting lightly on the carpet's edge. Each gift is a quiet message, a whisper of gratitude carried across time and space. The scent of lavender and honey lingers sweetly, a balm for your mind, coaxing your thoughts to slow side. The world is hushed beneath a velvet sky. The stars like gentle lanterns watching over you. Your body feels heavy and relaxed, your breath steady and deep, each exhale releasing the last traces of tension. You float softly, weightless and free, carried on the gentle rhythm of night's embrace. The Spirit's kindness is a soft light beside you, guiding you gently toward dreams woven from warmth and peace. And as you drift deeper, wrapped in the quiet magic of this Victorian night, you know you are safe, you are calm, you are ready to rest.